Bienvenue chez Examist, votre partenaire de confiance pour réussir vos certifications. Nous proposons des supports d'études complets, en ligne et hors ligne. Et nous sommes là pour vous guider pas à chaque étape. Des guides PDF détaillés aux exercices pratiques bien structurés. Toutes les questions essentielles sont soigneusement couvertes pour vous donner toutes les chances de réussir. Vous aurez toujours les bonnes ressources à portée de main. Téléchargez les PDFs. Faites des tests et connectez-vous à notre équipe d'assistance experte. Avec la pratique interactive en ligne. Entraînez-vous et quand vous voulez. À votre rythme. Nos PDFs prêts pour l'examen sont soigneusement élaborés et régulièrement mis à jour. Des milliers d'apprenants certifiés font confiance à notre qualité et à notre sérieux. Des professionnels qualifiés sont disponibles pour répondre à vos questions. Commencez dès aujourd'hui et donnez à votre préparation l'avantage décisif avec Examist. Visitez Examist.com dès maintenant. Examist. Votre parcours vers le succès commence ici.
Question 1. A customer's backup process exceeds their given backup windows. You propose to modify the backup process. But the customer is concerned about changing it from a full to an incremental architecture because of operational overhead during restore. Operations. What should you propose instead? Option A. Implement snapshots. Option B. Implement a differential backup scheme. Option C. Enable archiving. Option D. Lower the daily change rate of the data. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option A. Implement snapshots. Question 2. View the exhibit. Refer to the exhibit. Which type of HPE backup and archive configuration is displayed? Option A. HPE 3-PAR file persona share backup. Option B. HPE 3-PAR file persona software NDMP backup. Option C. VM backup to HPE store once with tape offload. Option D. HPE store once recovery manager central. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option A. HPE 3-PAR file persona share backup. Question 3. A customer has a 5 terabytes database that requires some analysis by a third-party database consultant. The third-party backup software is incompatible with the customer's. Which HPE utility enables the customer to provide the database to the consultant for analysis purposes, as required? Option A. HPE library and tape tools. Option B. HPE store ever. Option C. HPE store once. Option D. HPE store open. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option A. HPE library and tape tools. Question 4. You are designing an upgrade of an MSL 4048 running LTO5 drives to LTO6 remotely. Due to security reasons, the MSL library is not connected to the Ethernet network. You need to identify the current firmware versions of library in drives. How can you accomplish this? Option A. Set the IP of the MSL library using the Configuration tab and verify firmware levels using MSL Info. Option B. Use the Info tab of the MSL front panel to identify firmware levels of library in drives. Option C. Use the web interface of the MSL library to obtain the information. Option D. Install HPE library and tape tools in the backup server and verify firmware levels. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option B. Use the Info tab of the MSL front panel to identify firmware levels of library in drives. Question 5. Which advantage does the HPE Store Once backup system have over traditional tape-style backup solutions? Option A. It uses FCOE technology. Option B. It is less costly than tape solutions. Option C. It uses disk-based storage. Option D. It uses a virtual base appliance. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B. It is less costly than tape solutions. Question 6. What is an advantage of server-side deduplication over target-side deduplication with HPE0-J77? Option A. It is supported on NAS and Catalyst stores. Option B. It only does deduplication at the first backup. Option C. It reduces bandwidth between the server and target HPE0-J77. Option D. It allows the target HPE0-J77 not to have a hash table. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C. It reduces bandwidth between the server and target HPE0-J77. Question 7. Which backup method has all computers and their local disk volumes backing up to one or more central services with attached backup devices? Option A. Local server. Option B. Client, server. Option C. Push agents. Option D. Server-based. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D. Server-based. Question 8. You obtain the XML files from Ninja Protect after a backup assessment from a customer. What should you do next to finalize the design and to get a bill of material? Boom. Option A. Open the XML in the Quarter of Sales Builder for Windows. Option B. Upload the XML file into Unison. Option C. Import the files in the HPE storage sizing tool. Option D. Send the XML file to an HPE sales representative to generate the BOM. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C. Import the files in the HPE storage sizing tool. Question 9. A customer is concerned about backup performance of their virtual environment. What should you implement in the solution design to implementation plan? Option A. Map the proposed fiber channel tape library to each VMware vSphere host to perform SAN backups. Option B. Integrate the use of the VMware API for data protection to centralize virtual machine backups. Option C. Allocate additional vCPUs to each virtual machine to reduce backup overhead. Option D. Add additional hard drives in each hypervisor server to optimize backup to disk performance and reduce latencies. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A. Map the proposed fiber channel tape library to each VMware vSphere host to perform SAN backups. Question 10. You are designing a proof of concept for a new customer for remote site backup using HPE 3-par store served to an HPE store ever tape library. The customer asks how the data would flow with using snapshots at the far side to do the backup. What is the most efficient way to set this up? Option A. Use HPE Store-Once Express Protect Backup to copy the snapshot to the HPE Store Ever tape library. Option B. Mount the snapshot to a Docker server and backup to the HPE Store Ever tape library. Option C. Directly backup the snapshot to the HPE Store Ever tape library from the HPE 3-par store serve. Option D. Copy the snapshot data to the HPE Store Ever tape library using the LTFS functionally. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B. Mount the snapshot to a Docker server and backup to the HPE Store Ever tape library. Question 11. A customer needs to offload disk low-cost tri-nightly backups from their production HPE 3-par store serve disk array. They have two other HPE3 power disk arrays. One is located at their disaster recovery Dr. site located 300 kilometers away. And the other is used for their test dev environment located in the same data center. What should you recommend to accomplish this? Choose 2. Option A. Set up HPE3 power enhanced asynchronous replication between the production and Dr. disk arrays. Option B. Create a snapshot of the replicated volumes on the test dev array and present to the backup system. Option C. Set up HPE3 power synchronous replication between the production and test dev disk arrays. Option D. Create a snapshot of the replicated volumes on the production array and present to the backup system. Option E. Set up HPE3 power synchronous replication between the production and Dr. disk arrays. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option B. Create a snapshot of the replicated volumes on the test dev array and present to the backup system. Option E. Set up HPE3 power synchronous replication between the production and Dr. disk arrays. Question 12. A customer with a LAN/SAN environment is considering HPE3 power for an upcoming storage refresh, but has a tight budget. The customer needs 200 terabytes of fiber channel attached, very low latency, block storage for application servers, and 10 terabytes of LAN attached storage for end-user file shares for about 100 end users. They want to use as much of their existing systems as possible and would like to continue using the ISV backup system installed last year to back up the block-based and file share data and files, respectively. The customer sees a presentation that includes details on the HPE3 power file persona features, and they like the idea of consolidating their fiber channel and LAN-based storage onto one storage platform. You deliver technical presentations on me HPE Store Once and Store Ever backup offerings. The customer asks for an HPE3 power solution proposal that includes provisions for backup to local disk and tape of all SAN attached data, and minimal backup to disk for all LAN attached data. Your sales team is proposing a combined HPE3 power StoreServe 8000, HPE Store Once backup system, an HPE Store Ever solution, and is working on the HPE3 PAR configuration. You are developing the proposals for the HPE Store Once and HPE Store Ever configurations. While analyzing ways to reduce costs, you determine that the customer's backup windows are achievable with either their fiber channel SAN or Ethernet environment. Which additional information should you obtain to enable you to recommend the most cost-effective solution? Option A. Does the customer's ISV backup system support NDMP? Option B. How much power and flow, rack space will my new proposed solution require? Option C. Does the customer's ISV backup system support ISCSI? Option D. What is the skill level of the backup administrators? Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option A. Does the customer's ISV backup system support NDMP? Question 13. A customer has two sites that are 100 miles, 160 kilometers apart. Each site is 100% virtualized and has identical storage and server infrastructures. Running active environments with array-based replication. The customer needs a solution that enables them to recover either site with minimal input from their IT teams, while meeting their 2-hour RTO and 15-minute RPO SLAs. What should you recommend to improve this customer's current infrastructure? Option A. VMware vCenter Operations Manager. Option B. VMware vRealize automation. Option C. HPE 3-Par remote copy software. Option D. VMware Site Recovery Manager. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C, HPE 3-Par remote copy software. Question 14. A customer is using HPE0-J77 as a NAS target in a remote office backup architecture. Which feature allows the customer to perform a deduplication optimized copy to the central office? Option A. Hash-based. Option B. Remote snapshots. Option C. Low bandwidth replication. Option D. Catalyst-based replication. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C, low bandwidth replication. Question 15. What should be used to update firmware on an HPE0-J77 tape library? Option A. HPE library and tape tools. Option B. HPE Smart Update Manager. Option C. HPE OneView. Option D. HPE Support Pack for ProLiant. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A, HPE library and tape tools. Question 16. During restore, what is an advantage of having performed a full backup versus an image backup? Option A. It restores an exact copy of the data on the disk. Option B. Full backups offer better encryption capabilities. Option C. Full backups are faster than image backups. Option D. Restoring a full backup will defragment the backed up files. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A. It restores an exact copy of the data on the disk. Question 17. What must be a part of a company's backup and data protection strategy? Option A. An active archive and data analytics plan. Option B. ATCO analysis and ROI plan. Option C. Backup to disk to tape implementation. Option D. Physical protection of the backed up data. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C, backup to disk to tape implementation. Question 18. A customer wants to protect a VMware environment using HPE 3-Par snapshots backed up to HP Store ones. Which product should you demonstrate? Option A. HPE Store One's Recovery Manager Central. Option B. HPE 3-Par Store Serve Management Console. Option C. HPE 3-Par Management Console. Option D. HPE Store One's Catalyst. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A, HPE Store One's Recovery Manager Central. Question 19. When zoning by HPE port in large SAN infrastructures, which feature is a benefit? Option A. Server-side duplication. Option B. Simplified device discovery. Option C. Prevention of zone overlapping. Option D. SAN-attached storage backups. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C, prevention of zone overlapping. Question 20. A customer has an HPE Store One's 4500 with a single VTL with 8 tape drives. During the backup cycle, they experience errors where are no devices available. Which actions allow for more devices to be available to the backup server? Choose 2. Option A. Upgrade to the HPE Store One's 4900. Option B. Add more tape drives in the HPE Store One's VTL currently in use. Option C. Add more storage to the HPE Store One's 4500. Option D. Create more VTLs and tape drives to allow for more backup devices. Option E. Move all of the backups from VTLs to NAS. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B. Add more tape drives in the HPE store once VTL currently in use. Option D. Create more VTLs and tape drives to allow for more backup devices. Question 21. Which deduplication technology should be used to get maximum backup performance when backing up to a remote site? Option A. Source side. Option B. Target side. Option C. Remote side. Option D. Server side. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B, target side. Question 22. Your solution design includes a new HPE Store Once backup system. Your customer is concerned that you will not get the deduplication ratios you have stated. Which resource should you use to demonstrate the expected deduplication ratios? Option A. HPE Storage Sizer Tool. Option B. HPE Ninja Thin Assessment. Option C. HPE Storage Optimizer. Option D. HPE Store Once VSA in no data mode. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D, HPE Store Once VSA in no data mode. Question 23. How does worm technology help a company meet its compliance requirements? Option A. Worm enables data to be written and read multiple times. Option B. Data written to a worm cartridge cannot be erased. Option C. Worm is based on an analytical software solution. Option D. Worm automatically writes all company data to an external vault. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B, data written to a worm cartridge cannot be erased. Question 24. What is a disadvantage of breakaway mirror clones? Option A. Data is at risk during the break. Option B. Deleted files are not tracked. Option C. They increase the I/O load to resynchronize. Option D. Multiple sets of data exist. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D, multiple sets of data exist. Question 25. A customer has frequent requests to restore individual files from backups, which requires them to restore entire server data volumes. After reviewing the backup environment, you discover the restore requests are coming from only a few servers. Which change should you recommend to reduce individual files restore times? Option A. Convert from image-based backups to online backups. Option B. Convert from file-based backups to full backups. Option C. Convert from file-based backups to image-based backups. Option D. Convert from image-based backups to file-based backups. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D, convert from image-based backups to file-based backups. Question 26. You want to ensure that your new backup design addresses your customers' needs. Which tool should you deploy to analyze their existing backup environment? Option A. HPE Ninja Protected. Option B. HPE Storage Sizer Tool. Option C. HPE Intelligent Infrastructure Analyzer Software. Option D. HPE Service Health Analyzer. SHA. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A, HPE Ninja Protected. Question 27. A customer has some very large Oracle database. Their current backup strategy is to run standard incremental backups daily and full backups on a weekend. They are backing up to 4 HPE0-J77 tape drives in an MSL4048. The backup software is Veritas NetBackup. Which configuration changes should you suggest to improve the daily backups? Option A. Change the daily backup to perform full daily backup. Option B. Change the daily backup to perform block-level incremental backups. Option C. Enable file compression. Option D. Add 2 additional LTO6 tape drives to the MSL6040. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option B. Change the daily backup to perform block-level incremental backups. Question 28. A customer has 2 sites in an active, passive configuration. The passive site has a subset of their critical data being replicated to it. They do not run any production application from this site. When discussing backup and disaster recovery strategy with your customer, which level of IT disaster recovery does this represent? Option A. Offsite vaulting with hot site. Option B. Offsite vaulting to zero downtime backups. Option C. Zero data loss. Option D. Electronic vaulting. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option D. Electronic vaulting. Question 29. A customer has 2 data centers approximately 50 miles, 80 kilometers, apart with an HPE 3-par stores serve 8,000 in each one. Both arrays have the replication suite license installed. The current backup solution is based on a tape backup that regularly exceeds their backup window. There are also concerns about securing the physical tapes. Your backup solution must address all of their concerns and keep costs to a minimum. Which HPE product should you incorporate in your design? Option A. HPE Store Once Recovery Manager Central. Option B. HPE 3-par Cluster Extension. Option C. HPE Store Once Backup System with Catalyst. Option D. HPE 3-par Remote Copy Software. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option C. HPE Store Once Backup System with Catalyst. Question 30. A customer asks about using an HPE Store Ever Tape product with LTFS for random access of stored data. What can provide this functionality? Option A. HPE Store Open. Option B. HPE Data Protector. Option C. HPE Store Once Catalyst. Option D. HPE Live Vault. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option A. HPE Store Open. Question 31. Which software product should you demonstrate to a customer who wants to protect VMware virtual machine disks without using traditional backup software? Programs. Option A. HPE Store Once VSA. Option B. HPE Store Once Backup Software. Option C. HPE Store Once Recovery Manager Central. Option D. HPE Store Once VTL. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option C. HPE Store Once Recovery Manager Central. Question 32. A customer needs to lower network utilization during full backups. They would also like to reduce the impact of the full backups on the servers and enable faster restores. While reviewing the environment, you discover that most of the data consist of video files coming from direct attached storage on many different servers. What should you add to your design? Option A. Federated deduplication. Option B. Synthetic backup. Option C. Snapshots. Option D. Incremental backup. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option C. Snapshots. Question 33. Which tool can be used to check that a given HPE 3-par store serve configuration is supported in SAN? Option A. HPE Product Bulletin. Option B. HPE Spock. Option C. HPE Sales Builder for Windows. Option D. HPE Storage Sizing Tool. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B, HPE Spock. Question 34. You are at a customer site reviewing their backup environment and want to confirm that the customer is following HPE best practices. Which conditions would indicate this? Choose 2. Option A. Rotation schemes for file histories are being used. Option B. The verification feature of the backup application is enabled. Option C. Backups are being rotated to a different site on a monthly basis. Option D. A dedicated backup administrator is assigned. Option E. Point-to-point FC connections are made for all libraries. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B. The verification feature of the backup application is enabled. Option D. A dedicated backup administrator is assigned. Question 35. A backup schedule is set up where a full backup is taken every Sunday, with incremental backups taken every day thereafter during the week. What is the impact on the ability to perform a full restore of all data on Friday if Tuesday's tape is lost? Option A. Tuesday's tape can be recreated based on the party data on the other tapes. Option B. Tuesday's tape can be recreated based on the metadata in the backup database. Option C. A full restore cannot be done because it requires the full set of tapes. Option D. A full restore of all data can be performed as only the full backup tape and last incremental tape are needed. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D. A full restore of all data can be performed as only the full backup tape and last incremental tape are needed. Question 36. A potential customer is considering a solution that includes HPE 3-par Store Serve, HPE Store Once, and HPE ProLiant server blades. All components will interconnect with a fiber channel SAN. A demonstration is arranged, and while you are discussing the SAN switches, the customer asks why it is necessary to zone the switches. What should you tell the customer? Option A. Zoning is required when using HPE Store Once products. Option B. Zoning reduces total cost of ownership for HPE Store Ever products. Option C. Zoning reduces SAN traffic and improves performance. Option D. Zoning helps the fiber channel switches maintain matching firmware. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C. Zoning reduces SAN traffic and improves performance. Question 37. A company has Bridgehead Software Healthcare Data Management in its environment. You are proposing an HPE Store Once 6500 with Catalyst. Which resource can you use to validate the compatibility? Option A. Data Agile Bura Compatibility Matrix. Option B. Ninja Stars Sizing Tool. Option C. HPE Spock Framework. Option D. HPE Storage Sizer. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A. Data Agile Bura Compatibility Matrix. Question 38. Which disaster recovery solution is the most expensive to implement, but provides replication of data backup at both sites on dual storage arrays? Option A. Electronic vaulting. Option B. Electronic vaulting with active second site. Option C. Two-site, two-phase commit. Option D. Zero data loss. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D. Zero data loss. Question 39. A customer is planning a new backup strategy that has a low percentage of daily change and a very large backup window. They require fast restores in case a disaster occurs. Which daily backup method should you recommend? Option A, partial. Option B, incremental. Option C, differential. Option D, full. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D, full.